Hi, Tony. All right, so I'm going to do your 15-minute reading now. So we're looking at a very interesting milk splatter. So you tell me that it was just a normal splatter. You went and put your milk into the fridge, you came back, and the splatter had turned into this conglomeration. So we're going to see if there's anything Spirit can share with us about the milk splatter. It's kind of cool because we've all had those moments where it's just, something is definitely going on. There's no such thing as coincidences. So let's find out what else there's to know about this milk splatter. I'm just looking at the picture right now. Let's see. I just see a man and he's looking into a book. Actually reading it, but not just reading it, he's looking into the story itself, experiencing it all around him. Actually manifesting it all around him in his own reality. They say, do you think that you are accomplishing that in your life, Tony? Do you think that is how you accomplish the milk splatter? Manifesting something far more extraordinary than just any old splatter. But this splatter that has a very profound message. But maybe the message is one you created for yourself. A message that is a reflection of what you are achieving through your own mental capacity. But it's more than that. It is actually projecting a dream into your own reality. And it is even more than that still. It is beyond comprehension of our human minds. The feeling is energy. The feeling about you is very thick, dense energy. So it has a creative flair to it. They're asking me to stop speaking or describing that. They're showing me a firework that is lit, and it's kind of like a cartoonish one. It's a big red firework, and then it has the thing is sparkling right there, and then it has a stick on it too. It's oversized. It's like way oversized, but yet it's very clearly realistic. It's not in a cartoon in my mind. I see it very clearly as a realistic firework that is lit and is sparkling. The light is sparkling. I'm waiting for the moment. But it's not coming yet. And it's like the wick gets longer instead of shorter. It should be getting shorter, but it's like getting longer. I'm waiting. It's getting so long, it's now touching this ground. And it's still lit, but it's going in the wrong direction. It's surreal. So what do we do with it? There's something about this calamity or life not quite adding up. And there's a motivation to just say, it must be a dud or something. And so there's no real sadness or grief or frustration or challenge associated with this experience. It's more so an opportunity to try it again or try from a different angle, or that is weird, but I'm not going to let it get under my skin in a negative way. Like, people who light the firework want the firework to go off. They want the big explosion. They want it to be beautiful. This one isn't going to explode. This one is not going to work because the wick just gets longer and longer, and it's not ever going to get shorter. But yet it's still there. Why are we not moving it out of the way or replacing it with something else? They're saying we are going to keep this firework, and we are going to use our visualization techniques or use your superpowers to help the wick go in the right direction. And now we are altering its truth from one version of the truth to a whole new version of the truth with the exact same firework. And they're saying, this is real. This isn't a cartoon. This is real. So the wick is now getting shorter and shorter. They're asking, are you ready for the firework to go off? Do you know what that means? When the firework goes off, do you know what that means? There's some sort of delay, almost like, oh my gosh, it's gonna go off. Ah! You know, it's almost like it's a little scary moment and exciting at the same time, because it's about to go off and you don't know when exactly it's gonna go, and you know, that feeling about it. It's exciting and scary at the same time. We don't know what it means. It's exciting and it's scary. Because it's getting shorter and it's getting closer and it hasn't gone off yet. And it's going to go off, but it hasn't gone off yet. It's going in the right direction though. So I'm watching it. It's already inside the firework thing. So what's going to happen? We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. So they're showing me the inside. They're asking if I feel like it's a dud or if it's going to go off. And then so I'm going to ask you, Tony, is it a dud or is it going to go off? I'm going to wait for you to decide, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see if our minds are in sync. Okay, so this is what happens. A hand takes it and smashes sort of the ground with the stick. The red piece comes off entirely and then falls to the ground. And now we see the wick is just attached to a stick, and all the firework isn't even there. And now all we have is a stick. I said, I bet you didn't know that was going to happen. Like, I kind of was scared, but I was kind of excited about the firework. But now we're twirling it in our hand like a baton. There's something way more casual about this excitement. It's like, I can do baton twirl. I'm not, the anxiety or the anxiousness or whatever is completely not there. Now I can twirl this, and there's something exciting about that. But I mean, it's not the firework, but it's okay too. So we are entering into a parade, and you're blowing a whistle and you've got a stick in your hand and you're doing this. It's interesting because I saw this picture in a reading I did recently too. This type of imagery with the parade and being the leader of a parade, and then having the stick in your hand and just sort of blowing the whistle, and then in motion leading the parade, leading a lot of people. And it's exciting. And this excitement is not the scary excitement. It's we all are enjoying this in a way that is relaxing. It feels better for some reason. There's something about contemplation, contemplative focus. I don't know the language right now. It hasn't quite come to me yet, because I'm seeing you immersed in the book, right? I'm seeing all the images we've seen so far, and I'm balancing what the energy feels like to me and all of that. And why would you not want the firework to go off? Why would this be a better choice? And there's something I like better about this, because it's sort of like the adrenaline was overwhelming with that firework. It was exciting, but it was absolutely overwhelming, you know? But here it's exciting and it's fluid. It's not overwhelming, and it's really something I can take in and embrace. It doesn't derail me, you know? It's really casual, it's really fun. There's something family about it, and there's something about being in motion too. Let's see what else they have to say. I'm asking him, so do we have anything specific on the milk splatter or anything else? This is interesting. They basically, you're wearing a hat, okay? They take the hat off and the milk splatter is on your head, right here. There's no hair on your head, there's just a milk splatter. And then from the milk splatter comes colors and lights out of your head. of different colors, like a rainbow. Different versions of light. Let's see what else they say. They're not telling me anything. I see some sort of lion. He's standing upright. He has a big mane, and it's dark brown fur, and then he's got, I don't know, it's not like lion colors that you would usually see, but it's brownish color. And this is cartoonish. He wants to be scarier than he really is. He wants to be the focus of your attention. Something that is derailing. Okay. You said the word dreams. From every spot on this milk splatter, they're showing me a new ray of light, a new ray of thinking, a new ray of contemplation, a new ray of exploration. That's what they're showing me right now. And even in this ray of exploration, there's scary, there's adrenaline, there's confusion, there's the surreal, there's the real immersion in a new manifestation of a reality. There's so many different collective thoughts going around, and there's something too about collective thought, about what is this splatter in the center, what are all the unique spots around it. It's almost like a projection of the oneness, oneness projected into individual reflections of a soul or of a dream. So how do we manifest change across the globe? We're all part of the one milk splatter, but somehow this milk splatter chose to create individuals. So human beings, we don't feel like we're in oneness, we feel like we're separated from each other. But yet we can have a collective dream, and it can be experienced across the globe. So now we have all of these different individual soul reflections, different individual thought parameters and pieces. So there's something about that, and about all the different colors of thoughts, even all the different colors of emotions, all the different colors of fear and anger and joy and wonderment and all of that. They're spinning the smaller dots like they're a dial. They're even showing me like on a ticking piece, like you're gonna cook something and then it'll go off when the buzzer's ready. There's something about that, because you could move the ticker all the way over to one side, and then in 60 minutes it'll ding when it's done or whatever. Something about time and the reflection of when things are done. When is the chicken done cooking? When is the bread done baking? When is the baby ready to be born? It's all something related to human beings. Like to have a very intricate definition of when things are going to happen, because people just want to be prepared, right? When is the firework going to go off? Well, it's not going to go off. Is it going to go off? I don't know. So you just step back in and you allow things to just happen when they are meant to. Something about time here as well. Not to try to define when anything is going to be done or ready, but just allow the time to just be whenever it is meant to be. And they really want me to go back to the lion and inform you or tell you two things. One thing is, don't pay attention to the scary lion who's trying to get your attention. But the other thing is you're doing quite a great job of not paying attention to the lion that's trying to get your attention. And instead, you choose to find a different way of viewing him, much like what could be a cartoon, and just don't take it seriously or something like that. We are at the red firework again. It's back on the post. Everything is set back up, but there is no wick on this one. I'm like, I still want to know more about the milk splatter, but they're telling me this is all about the milk splatter. This is the most important wisdom we can share with you, Tony, and we're here to touch your heart and touch your life. We're here to inspire you. We're here to inform you and let you know about you, about your experience, about the milk splatter, about why everything happens for a reason. Even this reading is happening today for a reason. For you. And so are we ready for the firework or are we not? I say, okay, let's put it, it's on the stick, everything's ready, but there's no wick. So I say, how are we going to light it? They say, well, how do you light it? You create the wick, right? Let's visualize it there and let's let it go off this time. And I say, okay, I'm ready. So there's a wick. It's lit. I don't feel panic about it because there's been so much like overwhelmingness about this firework. It's like, all right, the thing can go off now. I'm okay with it. Just whenever it wants to go off is fine. Just go off already. I'm ready. And they're saying, so you're okay. There's something about the now experience, about being impatient or being I don't know. You know something's going to happen, you just don't know when it's going to happen, and then nothing happens. And then, it just sort of creates all of this calamity in your emotions. And now you get to a point where life teaches you just to accept that things happen when they're meant to happen and not to get caught up in the emotion of fear or excitement even. Just be happy, like being in the parade when it's just always moving in joy, right? And it's totally easy to take in. So just allow that to be the experience. And so it's going to go off this time. It's lit. The thing is going up into the red firework. And I'm standing here. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not scared or excited. I'm just happy it's finally going to go off. Okay, so it just went off and it rocketed and went like that right into the sky. So we're waiting for it to go. Boom, So it shows me two images. One image is that it was made out of air all along and it just went like that and it just sunk over this. The other one, it goes straight up into the sky and it has not gone off yet. So I'm like pulling, so this was kind of leaning against a railing, and so on like a deck or something. And so the one that just went over the railing is just sort of like a hanging sock or something. So we're just examining it like, okay, I guess it was just like a balloon or something. This whole thing is, what is the truth? What is the reality of it? And then we have this other one just in the sky, but where did it go? It's invisible. I can't even see it. Where did it go? Why can't anything be normal about your reading? Like, why can't we just have a firework, we light it, it goes off? There's something about you and your life, it just, I don't know if it's unpredictable or maybe you have expectations that just, you don't know, what's going to happen, and then the most random things that ends up happening. So I guess now we have the milk splatter, right? I'm asking for any other wisdom here because I've got to call it a reading. They want Tony to decide. They want Tony to evaluate every part of this message. And they want to take it on back to you in this sort of green vapor room, face in a book. I never mentioned that about the original picture. As you're looking into the book, the room is all green, in a green vapor, and you're sort of immersed into the story inside of it, and then it's sort of surrounding you. You have far more control in your life in this method than through being human about it. Through being spiritual about it, somehow your dreams manifest by being in this sort of, I don't know how you describe the difference between the feelings. I mean, I'm in a really contemplative mood over this because something about the beginning, it was really associated with real truth, being aligned with knowing exactly what you are, exactly what you believe in, and allowing that to manifest around you. All these other images are really humanistic, like really trying to solve human problems and then having feelings about them. But we go to this sort of parade of life and just allow it to be fluid, just allow yourself to trust that it is going in the right direction at every angle. They're telling me I gotta go because I gotta let Tony decide for himself what it all means. So thank you for this very intriguing reading experience. I'll be curious to see what you think about it later. All right, and for those of you watching, if you're interested in getting a psychic reading with me or spiritual healing, I do offer services at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.